Hello there guys, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm a little bit late starting this live stream, bit of traffic on the way back home from work tonight, but I've rushed in, got myself set up, and we're here tonight watching a Bannerlord live stream where we've got the Romans versus the Britons in this pretty massive battle actually. I think the final player count for this one was around 300 players, so we've got about 150 players on both sides. And right now we're just looking at the Roman forces as they form up. So let's have a quick look at what we're dealing with here. You can see, although all the characters are Romans, some of them have individual banners. So these represent the different Bannerlord clans that are playing today. So you can see here the Kingdom of Hordaland also playing cavalry. Moving through the ranks here, we've got a few other clans. Not sure about all of the flags, but here we've got Kingdom of Hordaland infantry playing for the Roman side. This looks like the Couronne Francais by the looks of it, among a few others. So we're just in the setup phase of what I believe to be the third battle of this round. So we're a little bit late starting, we've missed the first two rounds, but at the moment the way the scores stand, it's 2-2, and we're just witnessing the Romans head towards the control point. So we're just going to stick with these guys for now until the battle unfolds. In town here you can see the Britons coming in. So these barbarian looking troops, they are the Britons, and they will be defending this point against the Romans. So the Romans have taken some nice high ground in that building, their archers firing down. We've got the infantry just standing by, waiting for the final charge command to charge in, which I think has just been given. We've got men from the Kingdom of Hordaland getting a little bit closer here. They are just surveying the landscape, looking for opportunities to charge in. We've also got Roman cavalry coming around the back here. Looks like the Britons haven't seen that coming. Oh, look at that. Lovely rear charge on that. And the infantry seem to have taken that as a great signal to move in, while the infantry is in disarray. The battle has begun on this side. Although at the moment it's difficult to see if either team has the advantage. As we move down the lines, you can see a number of the other clans are also engaged on this side. Over here there seems to be a really heavy Roman presence, not very many Britons. I think the Romans will have no problem winning over here. Hopefully they'll also be winning on other parts of the battle. Yes, over here we've got a number of the Britons currently not engaged. They're looking for their next target and going for these Roman ranged units that are staying back but throwing their axes. It doesn't look like they're going to do too much damage though. The Britons do have their shields raised. Those axes will be falling on the armour. Romans in the centre are beginning to take back the control point. So the flag, control point B, is going up, which is the flag that's currently in play for this battle. Let's zoom out and get a bit more of a bird's eye view of the battlefield, guys. Looking around, you can see there's still a number of Roman ranged units in this building just here. Large Roman presence on the field there. And it looks like we've got the remainder of the Britons coming back into the town centre, looking to try and take back the control points. Over here, it looks like the battle has concluded, and the Britons must have got some reinforcements because the Romans are no more on this flank. So I think what we're looking at here now, guys, is a slight lull in the fighting as both teams recuperate what's left of their forces, and I think we're about to witness the final fight. The Romans obviously feel they're a little bit outnumbered, so they are retreating into this town to let the Britons come to them. Let's get a bit of a closer look, see what one of these archers see as the Britons move in. So the Romans will have to be careful because the Britons control the flag here. If the Britons hold this for too long, the Romans will lose the battle, so it's a little bit of a risky play going into the building. However, it seems to be paying off. Rather than playing passive and let the Romans come to them, the Britons have decided to go onto the offensive, which might have been a mistake. They had the advantage, but they might be losing that by attacking these defensive positions. So let's see, how many Romans have we got left in here? The bodies are mounting, but actually, you know, there aren't too many Romans left. The Britons are taking this house piece by piece. Gotta say, guys, it's looking pretty dire for the Romans at the moment. Although they have managed to hold off that initial assault, which is better than I was expecting them to do. Are there any more Romans left on the battlefield? Let's take a quick look. That guy's got a Roman shield, but, you know, one of the Britons who's just picked it up for extra armor. So it looks like, guys, there's still a number of Britons on the field. They just need to seek out and take out the remaining Romans. Look, we've got a few Roman stragglers over here getting surrounded and cut down, but they're putting up a pretty good defense, I've got to say that. Come on, guys, you can do it. And there we have it. The second round goes to the Britons. It was well fought by Rome, but they just didn't quite have the numbers in that late game. So we're just going to wait for the next troops to spawn in. But while we do, let's have a quick survey of the battlefield. You know, we've got a few different control points on this map. There's the fort, the town. I think over there we've got another field battle, which is a bit more open. So let's see which flag is going to be in play for this round. I think this time we'll start on the side of the Britons just to change it up a little bit. So we've got any clan flags that I recognise here. It looks like we've got host, nice Hospitaller in their black and white cross. Who else? Anyone else? We've got the Kingdom of the Franks here. This is another flag that I recognise from some of the BRE events. Very experienced, formidable clan, this one. I think these guys will be racking up a lot of kills on the battlefield today. Just while we're waiting for the battle to begin, guys, how are you all doing tonight? Everyone alright? Everyone having a good Thursday? I'll be keeping an eye on chat this evening, so if you guys do have any questions or just want to chat, give me a comment and I'll try my best to reply. So here we are with the Britons going across the field, or the bridge should I say, heading to the field on the other side as they go towards the open control point. And in the distance there you can just about make out the Roman forces coming from the other side. So, you know, the Britons are trickling in piece by piece. I think they could do with getting more of their men to the front in one go, because the Romans might spot this. If the Romans push early with more men, the lack of Britons on the front lines may put them at a disadvantage. So here we go. The battle is about to begin. Neither team is willing to engage yet. They're just sitting back, waiting for reinforcements to arrive, but they're staring each other down. Let's get a quick look from the front line, shall we? It looks like the Britons are the first to go in. It's looking pretty good for them. Martin, glad to hear it, buddy. Jim Larson, what an absolute legend. Welcome to the live stream, my man. And Oliver, good to have you here as well, my dude. Over here we've got the Roman archers situated on top of the rock here. They've got a great vantage point into the battle. If their Roman infantry can maneuver themselves to get the Britons facing them, then that could be an advantage for sure. But it looks like at the moment they're having to fire over their allied infantry, so the shots aren't particularly good. It looks like they're trying to focus down the Briton archers, who are situated on the rocks on the opposite side of the field. And look at these guys, their armour looks fantastic. The detail that goes into each of these characters is pretty impressive. Oh, but they gotta watch out! Roman cavalry coming in from the back! That was like something out of Gladiator. You remember that opening scene where the cavalry charges in from the rear? I was definitely getting those vibes there. A Brit here, fighting against a Roman. Oh, and that guy goes down. Valiant effort though, but he got surrounded. We've also got a number of Romans up on the rooftop here. It looks like they're forming a shield wall in front of the archers to protect them from incoming arrows. Interesting tactic. So let's zoom out, get a bit of a top-down view to see how things are shaping up. I mean, looking down here, I can see a lot of Romans on the field, not too many Britons left, so I think this one might be a victory for the Romans, but we do seem to have a small engagement breaking out on the opposite side of the bridge here, so let's go in and take a look. This seems to be where the majority of the remaining Britons are currently holding out. Remember though guys, the control point is on the other side of the bridge, so if they're going to win, they're going to have to make their way back across there at some point. Let's follow these guys for a while. Looks like we've got the Kingdom of the Franks, or King exactly, and Le Couronne Francais as well, who've just dropped their banner. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, it looks like perhaps that was a Roman soldier that had stolen it. I think the Romans do get the fact that they hold the control point, so it looks like they're going to let the Britons come to them. Although, as I say that, the Romans, sorry, are making a push. They're going across the bridge. It looks like they have a few more numbers here that were hiding. And this is it, guys. I think this is going to be the final engagement. Whoever wins this will win the round. The Romans can see they have the numerical advantage, so they are going in and pressing it hard. I think it's going to be tough for the Brits to hold out against these superior numbers. Maybe if they can hold them at the choke point, but they are stepping back. That might have been a mistake. I mean, that was a valiant, valiant effort by the Britons there, but I think they just didn't fight quite hard enough there. The remaining Roman forces charge in, and I think, guys, that might be a Roman victory for this round. I think because of the mod that we're using today, we're not getting the actual player counts and numbers on each team at the top there. You'll see there seems to be some sort of issue where the numbers on both teams both say 0, but trust me, guys, beginning of the round, there's about 150 or so guys on each team, so these battles are pretty big. What the Romans need to do now, they just need to identify and find the last few remaining Britons and take them out. Let's cycle through some of the players, see if we can find them. We've got one guy down here, he goes down, very nice. We've got another guy here, making his last stand against superior numbers. I mean, considering how outnumbered this guy is, that was not bad at all. He got a few hits in there. Martin, I'll try my best, buddy. Yeah, I might be able to. I'm trying to get a bit of practice in for live streams at the moment. You'll probably have noticed I've done a few of these recently. I'm basically just giving the new setup a bit of a test. I've got myself a new camera, and yeah, I'm just making sure it all works, really. But yeah, so far so good. I've been enjoying this whole live video thing. Let me know what you guys think about it. Yeah, do you know what, Bernard? You're absolutely right. If this was authentic, they'd be a lot dirtier and certainly have less armor. But you know, I think in this particular mod, we're sacrificing a little bit of historical accuracy just so people can look quite cool. So it looks like, I think I saw the admin say that teams were going to switch. What normally happens in these battles halfway through the game, people switch both teams and one team goes to the other. It's just to make sure that if there's like an unfair advantage for one side, you know, it's a bit like in a football match when you swap sides at half-time. It's a similar sort of concept. But yeah, that was pretty good. Enjoyed that one. Oh, and look at that. The next round is starting. I think that one might have been cancelled for some reason. Maybe not enough people swapped sides there, didn't get the memo. So we're restarting just to make sure that people swap to the sides that they're supposed to. Oh, Wandsworth, thanks, buddy. It's good to get some feedback. I put quite a lot of effort into getting this set up, and actually the missus yesterday, in fact, helped me decorate the background a little bit better. If you watch the last live stream I did, it looks a little bit like sad teenager room, but we've got something a bit more interesting going on in the backdrop now, which I'm quite happy with. Yeah, watch this space.
I owe you.
Jim, I know you're my biggest fan, buddy. You keep telling me so. At some point, I'll believe it. So it looks like we are fighting over the same control point this time. The Romans, who were the Britons on the last go, are moving across the bridge to the control point, which is in the field. Hopefully in a bit we'll get a glimpse at the final control point that we haven't seen yet. Looks like Roman cavalry are being chased off by Britons here. We've got the Briton cavalry coming in. That was a good hit with the lance. Looks like the Roman cavalry are heading back towards their infantry, looking to get a bit of support from the archers. Archers normally are quite weak to cavalry, but when they're surrounded by infantry with shields, they can be quite deadly, especially if they get accurate shots.
Sorry for that.
So it looks like the cavalry and the archers are going off this way. It looks like they've warded off the Briton cavalry for now, who are currently cycling round, just looking for good opportunities to make a strike. None are presenting themselves just yet, but hopefully we'll see a bit more from these guys later in the battle. So let's move back to the Roman infantry, see how things are doing. I think last time we saw them, they were heading down the main path. Yep, and it looks like they are heading to the control point, where some of the Britons are already set up and taking up a nice position on top of the building. It looks like they are doing the tactics that the Romans were doing last game, getting their archers on top with a nice shield wall in front to protect them from the incoming arrows. And just look at the number of arrows in these shields. They are absolutely doing their job correctly. And here we go, Romans charging in. A small engagement happening here by the house. Let's get a little bit further out just so we can see what's happening. We've got a few more Britons coming down from the top there looking to flank, but the Romans are countering with a division, matching them, should I say. I think down here I saw an engagement breaking out. It looks like, yep, there's another one on the other side of the field over here. There's a large Briton force over here that don't seem to be doing anything right now. They're going to have to get those troops to the front line and quick, because if they don't, the superior Roman numbers over here will overwhelm their allies. So the main battle seems to be over here at the moment. The Romans do seem to be wrapping around the Britons ever so slowly, but it looks like we've got another Briton division coming in to provide them with support. This is exactly what they need right now. They're going for the Roman ranged units, which I think is a wise shout to try and silence them. These Roman javelins are deadly. But the Briton cavalry comes in, takes out a few there. That was a great manoeuvre. So let's have a quick look. Got more Britons coming round the corner here. They are moving up the house to take out these Roman archers. These Roman archers might be forced to jump off the building and seek better positions, but it looks like they decided to stand and fight. But I think they just didn't stand a chance against those superior armoured infantry. Let's see what's happening elsewhere on the battlefield. Briton cavalry here getting bogged down by Roman infantry. These guys are heading back to the front line, where they are desperately needed. This battle's been very back and forth so far, guys. We've had troops, reinforcements coming in at multiple points in the battle. Just when you think one team's getting the advantage, another one jumps in. So here we go. Look, Romans look like they're taking the advantage back, reclaiming the house. But as we say that, more Britons are also charging in from elsewhere on the field. I think these are the guys that we saw on the other side of the river a second ago. They must have finished that fight and moved across. At the moment, it looks like the Britons are going to be passive. You can see a lot of archers, not that much infantry left. So I think they're going to sit back, try and kill as many as they can from a distant range, and go from there. It looks like the Romans aren't entirely sure what to do. A lot of their men have actually fallen back here to hide from the superior archer numbers, which I think was wise, because the archers can't get them here. This second Roman force is attacking the archers head on. Although infantry typically does very well against archers, they got to be careful, because there's about twice as many archers here compared to them. And if they're not careful, they might get surrounded, because, you know, that shield only points one way. This guy over here facing off against these two Romans, 2-on-1. Oh, he takes that guy down. He might just pull this small engagement. Come on, buddy, we're rooting for you. You've got this. Oh, he gets saved by one of his allies with the arrows. Let's see if he can take out this last man. Oh, he took a hit there. Oh, he's done it. That was pretty impressive. I thought for sure that guy was going to go down there. But it looks like he's done it. The Britons might just carry the day here. I can see quite a few of them left. Not too many Romans left on the field. I think there's just some cavalry left. And this guy's been knocked off his horse. He's trying his best to stay alive, but... Oh, and he goes down to an incoming arrow. That was well played. Are there any Romans left on the field? There must be at least one left. The game ends as soon as all men from the opposing team are wiped out. Let's see if we can find where they are. Small engagement here. This might be the last guy. Trying his best to fight off superior numbers. Oh, but they are mocking him. Look, they even dropped all their weapons and just punched him. That was brutal. That was a nice game. So we've got 3 wins to one side, 2 to the other at the moment. Oh, Dreadvoid, I'm glad you're watching and playing at the same time. You know, no, I would say no stream sniping, but I'm just flying around at the moment. It's like we're in a drone watching the battlefield play out from afar. So I think we started with the Britons for that last round. Let's start on the side of the Romans this time, see what's happening. So guys, if you watch this live stream back, if there's some flags here that I've not mentioned the name of, be sure to drop a comment below, because if you can let me know who the clans are, I'll try and name drop them in the next ones. I think we've got this clan, which I believe is Les Combattants, who often have the yellow and black branding. I think we've seen those in a few of the Iberian Crowns videos for Rasfadal. They were pretty prominent in those ones with a lot of men. Okay, so it looks like we're finally going to get a little look at the fort. I think this is going to be the coolest battle yet. I've been looking forward to them playing over here. Let's move in and see what we're dealing with.
I mean, you're dead.
No way.
Flammer, thanks for confirming, buddy. Yeah, I thought it was them. Oh, and these guys, actually, I think they had a slightly different banner. That is the Greatvold Empire, I believe, in the white and teal banner. I might not be pronouncing that right, so again, guys, feel free to correct me, because I'm keen to get these pronunciations right. So it looks like we've got a few Romans going through the main entrance. And we've also got the Britons coming through the entrance on the other side. The archers, quite correctly, are taking up positions on the ramparts, which is great because it gives them the high ground and it makes it very easy for the infantry. So these guys, look, they're doing almost like a little Tetsudo formation. This is very cool to watch. You don't often see these tactics in Bannerlord. Oh, we've also got Romans coming through the breach in the wall here, but they didn't quite realise that the Britons are above them. The Britons are deciding to fall back just because they're getting focused down by arrows here. And they lost a few men there, not too many, but you can see that they are taking a little bit of damage. I think that was wise falling back. Over on the other side, we've got a small Roman detachment trying to apply pressure to the archers. Oh, but it looks like they didn't see the Briton infantry coming in there. Don't think that's going to work out for them, but it was a good try. Oh, and they're being surrounded from this side as well. That's so sad. I think retreating there slightly was a good shout. Oh, we got a big push from the Romans up here. They are absolutely going into the Britons. They can keep pushing them back. They can take over these ramparts. So the Briton archers are up there. The Romans can push past them, get a few men up there. That might help them out. Troops in the back line have got their shields up, so that's going to be helping them out massively, stopping those archers. Let's move up, see what the archers see. Top down. Look, you can see they got some great vantage points down there. The fight has well and truly broken out now. And it almost kind of looks like the Britons are playing quite defensive here, holding their side of the fort, letting the Romans come to them. It's quite clever actually, because a lot of the Roman archers are over here, and their shots are miles away. They've got to be very accurate from this sort of distance, whereas the Briton archers over here, they are very, very close to the Romans, and they're going to be able to get a lot more of their targets hit. Yeah, so as expected, the Roman infantry is being annihilated here, probably thanks to the proximity of the archers there. But they haven't done a bad job. It's still pretty close. Let's take a look outside the fort, this cavalry engagement. We do still have a few racing around. We've got cavalry from the Britons over here chasing down this Roman cavalryman. Oh, that was a good flank. Didn't see that coming. I think out here we got the same thing. Very heavy presence from the Briton cavalry. Not very many Roman cavalry left on the field. So I think the Romans are going to have an answer for this next turn. Because I think if they lose this one, this will be the second battle in a row that they've lost. And the Britons will have a 2-win advantage at that point. So the Romans will absolutely need to win the next few rounds if they're going to take the day. Oh, that guy goes down. Luckily the horse nice and protected there. Got one Roman by himself trying to get into the castle. Well, fort should I say, because it's made of wood. But I think he's just going to chill out here. I think they're looking to surprise Britons that might come back through. Got a Briton archer here. Firing through the gap. And I think we're just in the clean-up phase now. I'm pretty sure the Britons are going to win this, unless a miracle happens for the Romans. So we'll just watch as they clean up the last couple of players. Looks like we've got a battle happening inside the tent here. Oh, it looks like the clipping means the camera can't go inside. But there you go, they've cleaned out that guy. Facing off against this Roman archer who also goes down. We've got one Roman infantryman going around the back here. I think he's probably looking to find targets that are isolated and by themselves. He's heading into here, trying to give his archer allies a backup. Let's see if he can defeat this Briton. Oh, he goes down, but his archer ally avenges him. Very nice. I think this is it, guys. These are the last Romans alive on the battlefield. They just need to hold out, see if they can win the day. There you go, they take down that guy. Oh, down to the last one. It's not looking hopeful. Arrows coming in from the other side as well. Come on, let's see if he can take down at least one more man. It's not looking hopeful. Just look at the arrows sticking out of this guy. He is looking rough. Oh, the shield's been broken. And he goes down. That was a valiant effort. I'm not surprised that guy lasted right till the end. There we have it, guys. 4 wins to the Britons. 2 rounds to the Romans. And I think that might be it. The admins of the server have called for a fun round. So I think that's it, guys. It looks like we've got a victory for the Britons in the battle today. But we are just going to have one final round where every single player is going to choose cavalry, and we're just going to see a massive cavalry engagement. So this doesn't count towards the overall score. It's just for fun. But normally in Bannerlord, you know, we like to end on a high. You know, whatever the victor, whether you won or lost, let's just enjoy this last round together and have fun. I've always liked that about the Bannerlord community. So it looks like some guys are very keen to get into the action straight away, whereas a few clans are forming up. Getting some nice shots. Look at these guys. Kingdom of the Franks. A well-known Bannerlord clan. All formed up. Ready to go into battle. Looks pretty magnificent, doesn't it? And over here, looks like we've got another clan. They haven't brought a banner with them, but they are heading towards the front line. So let's stick with these guys for now. See where they end up. Going in. Oh, and the engagement begins. A few horsemen go down there. But I think they got a few kills in. Oh, that was brutal. I gotta say, credits to the map makers of this one. The whole scenery, you know, the Roman fort, the town, the field, it all feels very realistic, especially with all the kind of mountains in the background. Not sure exactly where this is, but it looks like it might be somewhere, you know, in the Alps, north of Italy. Why the Britons would be in the Alps, I'm not so sure, but you know, it's just for fun, guys. Here it is. So I think that's it, guys. You can see the players slowly trickling out as they get defeated in the fun rounds. So apologies that we started this one a little bit late. I did have a bit of traffic getting back from work, which was a little bit unfortunate. I was hoping to start this one dead on 7:30. But for everyone who did tune in, it's really nice of you to drop by. You know, I know we're a small channel and we don't get the huge numbers that some of the bigger guys draw in, but it's just nice to chill out on a weekday night. Do you know what I mean? Play a few video games together. So if you liked what you saw today, be sure to drop a cheeky little subscribe on the video. Ping us a cheeky little like, it all helps the algorithm. But yeah. Thank you for dropping by, guys. It's been something special tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one.